I do.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our CSUSB Community Connect event. I'm Rachel Beach. I use the pronouns she, her, and hers. I'm the Associate Vice President for Enrollment Management. Just a few housekeeping items before we get started today. Wanted to share with you that we are here as an opportunity for you all to ask questions of a lot of different folks on the campus. We have a Q&A button on the bottom of your panel. If you're looking at your screen, there should be a little box that says question and answer or Q&A on it. There are about 25 folks on the panel today ready to ask questions, so feel free to do that throughout our conversations today. We also have closed captioning available for anyone who would like to use the closed captioning option. You can click on the CC box or button at the bottom that says closed captioning, and you will get live captioning of this event. Additionally, we are using the hashtag Coyote for Life to do a social media back channel. So if you want to connect with each other, have questions, or start making those connections that'll get you ready for the fall term, that's what that hashtag is there for. You can follow that conversation. A lot of our departments will be tweeting additional resources or sharing those resources through all of our various social media formats. Do want to give you a quick overview of who's here so you can see the list of departments that are represented. These are all folks who are ready to answer questions for you, and know that we will do some live Q&A at the end, but we want to make sure that we have availability to ask and answer as many questions as possible. So there's our representatives from housing, financial aid and scholarships, counseling and psychological services, our student health center, basic needs and our food pantry, academic advising, our orientation program, first year experience, Palm Desert campus, transfer student experiences, athletics, services for students with disabilities, the Undocumented Student Success Center, the Veteran Student Success Center, and our Office of Student Engagement. Again, welcome to our event, and it's with pleasure that I provide an introduction to our Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Paz Olivares. Paz?
Thank you so much. Give me just 1 second, and I will be, so I just wanted to share my screen there. Alrighty, and thank you so much everyone for being with us this afternoon. We are thrilled to have you here and to provide you with a welcome to your new university. As was mentioned, we have a number of folks who are going to be here with us today to provide you with a whole lot of information. So we are excited to go ahead and get started. So again, my name is Paz Olivares, and I am your Vice President for Student Affairs. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and it is my honor and pleasure to welcome you to today's program. Not only are we thrilled that you're here with us today, but we are excited about your choice to join the Coyote family and benefit from all that CSUSB has to offer. But we realize that this fall was not necessarily the college experience you were expecting. We want to assure you that our commitment to you and your success have never been stronger. And we are taking every step possible to ensure that you have the support you need to start your career at CSUSB on the right track. Today, you'll have the opportunity to hear from our president, Dr. Tomas Morales, as well as a number of other campus leaders who will share important information with you about everything we're doing to prepare for this fall. And while we realize that we are starting off in a different way than we normally would have expected, we are excited about your choice to join the Coyote family and benefit from all that CSUSB has to offer. And today, let's see, pardon me. We also will have a number of other folks here to share important information with you about how to be successful this fall. Our university administration actually meets daily to discuss ways to ensure that all of our new and continuing students enter the fall 2020 semester with a clear understanding of how to be successful at CSUSB by providing you with a strong academic program, ensuring all of your technology needs are met as we continue to operate in a virtual environment, and offering you numerous ways to engage with your faculty, staff, and peers at your new university. We also have a number of representatives from departments across campus who are joining us to answer all of your questions, as Dr. Beach mentioned at the beginning. We will provide some time for our speakers to answer your questions later in today's program. But in the meantime, if you have a burning question, please feel free to type it into the Q&A box, and our representatives will do our best to respond. It's now my pleasure to introduce our president, Tomas D. Morales. President Morales was selected as the president of California State University, San Bernardino in May of 2012. He's the university's 4th president since it opened in 1965. Previously, Morales was president of the College of Staten Island, the City University of New York, since 2007. A staunch advocate of this university's commitment to student success, he has championed the importance of access to higher education and preparing young people for collegiate success throughout his extensive career as a dedicated educational leader. Dr. Morales has overseen sustained growth in overall enrollment, the number of degrees awarded, community engagement, and university fundraising. The face of the institution is also expanding with its 5-year strategic plan well underway, including the new Coyote Village Residence Hall and Coyote Commons Dining Hall, the largest single construction project in university history. He holds a BA in history from SUNY New Paltz and earned his MS and PhD in educational administration and policy studies from SUNY Albany. Having served as an educator and administrative leader in higher education for more than 40 years, he is one of the few higher education administrators in the United States who has held senior administrative positions at the 3 largest public university systems in the nation: the California State University, the State University of New York, and the City University of New York. And now I'd like to welcome President Morales to share a few words with you.
Thank you, Vice President Oliveras. Good afternoon. San Bernardino, I'm delighted to have all of you join us for today's forum. Each of you has applied to CSUSB and been admitted. Our campus community and the extended Coyote family, featuring more than 100,000 proud alumni, are ready to welcome you into the pack. This is a big step, one of the most significant decisions you will ever make. I understand the desire to have all the information available and clear in your mind. Decide. We have all experienced and a great deal of change in the last 4 months. No one could have foreseen how the pandemic has affected our lives. Many of you have a clear vision of the path you would take to college, looking forward to the new experiences, excitement, and discovery ahead of you. Yet now, on the first day of July, you find you have doubts because of the uncertainty tomorrow holds. This forum is your chance to ask questions, to investigate your options, and to gather everything you need to make an informed decision. Choosing to attend college has always been a personal investment. For you, it comes at a time when earning a degree has never been more essential. Some of you might be considering taking a year off from your educational journey. You should know that a gap year costs you time and ultimately could deny your dream of earning a degree. Pausing your education will put you behind. Friends and fellow classmates will stay on track and advance. Those who were behind you will catch up and pass you. And once you lose momentum, it is extremely difficult to regain it. Now is the time to push forward, to expand your education and begin making strides towards a rewarding career and fulfilling life. Choosing to attend CSUSB now does mean beginning the fall semester in a primarily virtual environment. This is not how we want to proceed, but we are doing it because our top priority now, as always, is your health, safety, and welfare. We are committed to providing you a learning environment to challenge you mentally and safeguard your well-being. Pandemic conditions are evolving daily. We hope positive developments will soon allow us to return to on-campus, in-person learning. When that happens, CSUSB is ready to give you the total college experience you desire. What sets this university apart is how we embrace and support diversity. We are an inclusive and diverse community, and you will benefit tremendously by being around the different people, cultures, ideas, and viewpoints here. We are a world-class university. Our outstanding faculty are among the nation's best, and our caring staff are dedicated to helping you navigate the campus community and obtaining the resources you need to succeed. Here at CSUSB, we define the future. I invite you to join us and continue your progress to a brighter and better tomorrow. Again, I thank each of you for taking part in this forum. I look forward to seeing your names added to the list of incoming students for the upcoming fall semester. Best of luck.
Thank you so much, President Morales, for those inspiring comments. You've given our students a lot to think about. I now have the pleasure of introducing our Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Sherry McMahon.
Thank you. Thank you, Vice President Oliveris. Good afternoon and congratulations on receiving your official offer of admission to Cal State San Bernardino. You know, like most campuses, CSUSB transitioned to a virtual setting last spring. We successfully shifted both instruction and support services to ensure consistency and engagement of our students. Our esteemed faculty and specialized staff are currently refining these efforts in preparation for fall, the university's first session under our new semester system. And faculty are participating in a number of training programs this summer to future enhance their online teaching abilities, as well as our students' experience in a remote environment. This includes the integration of best practices to keep students motivated, connected, and engaged during this temporary delivery of instruction. Our library's laptop lending program is also being inventoried and additional laptops purchased to ensure students have the necessary equipment to support their studies in a virtual environment. And while the majority of courses will be delivered online, we are decided to offer select courses in a hybrid format this fall, with students doing part of their coursework on campus and part remotely. These select courses will include several labs and art studio classes, providing an opportunity for hands-on application. A number of safety measures ranging from social distancing to extensive cleaning after each class have been identified and put into place to ensure student safety in these courses. As you are probably already aware, Cal State San Bernardino is a preeminent center of intellectual and cultural activity in the Inland Empire. Whether your career goal is a biologist, an educator, a musical performer, an accountant, a social worker, or another profession, we offer more than 70 degree and credential programs to advance your aspirations. Many of these programs, taught by our esteemed faculty, are nationally ranked. In addition to your chosen discipline, your studies will be further broadened by general education, which is the foundation of your undergraduate degree and a central part of the CSUSB experience. Starting this fall, students may elect to further engage in general education through thematic pathways. This new program provides integrative experiences based on student interest in themes addressing modern societal issues, such as diversity and social justice, or environmental sustainability, or global connections, and others. They can be taken to fulfill GE coursework and also provide an opportunity to earn an interdisciplinary GE minor. We will also be offering free financial literacy workshops this fall. These workshops, designed to build knowledge and skills to make effective and informed money management decisions, will be provided throughout the academic year. Topics include key components of financial literacy, credit scores, banking fees, financial aid, and more. Your academic journey at CSUSB will be further enhanced through rich educational opportunities. Topical panel discussions and webinars, research experiences, participation in student clubs and volunteer opportunities, cultural events, audio and video tours of past and present exhibitions, and our Robert and Frances Fullerton Museum of Art, and many, many more represent some of these experiences available to you. These experiences will broaden your development on campus and beyond, so you can thrive and contribute to a globally connected society. And to support your success, we provide a number of academic services, including tutoring, supplemental instruction, writing, math coaching, and English language support. These programs, currently being delivered virtually, provide assistance in some challenging courses and enhance learning strategies and study skills. Additionally, our librarians offer research consultations via Zoom, as well as workshops, library guides, and research tutorials. And for our high achieving students, the University Honors Program provides opportunities to explore the complexities of the world, challenges to develop abilities, and a community of support. We are also proud to have an excellent and dedicated team of advisors, including professional advisors, faculty advisors, and student mentors. These individuals are here to assist you in making informed decisions that support your academic, personal, and career goals. For those of you that have yet to determine a major, they can provide guidance based on your interests, values, passions, and abilities. As you can see, our entire campus community is here to support, sustain, and encourage you during your studies at CSUSB. Many of our faculty and staff are graduates of CSUSB or another California State University. They are insightful and compassionate individuals who are committed to your success. And I hope this forum answers some of your questions and alleviates your concerns during this extraordinary time. We welcome you to join our vibrant and caring learning community and are honored to have you as part of our Coyote family. Thanks.
Thank you, Provost McMahon, for sharing, giving our new Coyotes a sense of all that you and our outstanding faculty and all of our partners in student affairs, in academic affairs, are doing to prepare to provide a stellar academic experience for our students this fall. I now have the pleasure of introducing Gerard Au, the Deputy CIO and Chief Information Security Officer, joining us today to represent the Division of Information Technology Services. Gerard joined the CSUSB Information Technology Services team as Associate Vice President for Technology Operations and Customer Support in February of 2014. In September 2019, he assumed the role as Deputy CIO and Chief Information Security Officer, overseeing technology operations and the information security portfolio at CSUSB. Gerard holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Electrical Engineering from UCLA, as well as Master of Business Administration from our own university, CSUSB. He has over 19 years of IT experience in higher education. Join me in welcoming Gerard Au.
Welcome, Coyotes. I'm trying to line up a little bit of a PowerPoint just to share with you some of the resources Information Technology Services is making available for you and to support your virtual learning environment. We understand how important it is to get access to technology as well as support during this time. So I would just want to kind of run through some of these briefly with you. There are a list of free software that's available to you, including Adobe Creative Suite, Microsoft Office 365, antivirus, all of which are available on the Technology Support Center website. Again, this slide deck will be shared and later on as well. So they're available at the link below. There's also testing support that's available to you. In addition, we understand, because we won't be physically on campus, there are virtual computer labs that also includes these very specialized software such as SPSS, ArcGIS if you're in the geography major, that you can access through our virtual computer lab. It is available at csusb.edu/coyote-labs. You would just log in with your Coyote ID and your password, and as usual, as if you're walking into a campus physical computer lab. We understand that you always would have questions, being an incoming student, where do I go for certain things? Who do I contact? We have a team of student technologists, of ITS student assistant that is available to help Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. They can be reached at starteams@csusb.edu. These are not just restricted to technology questions. You can ask them any questions. They are available through the live chat on the support.csusb website from Monday through Saturday. Some of you may find that you may not have all the necessarily device to help you succeed in this learning virtual environment. So we have partnered with the John M. Fowle Library on a laptop lending program. As Provost McMahon talked about, we had about over 550 devices that we loaned out in spring. We've added an additional 300 devices, so we will have over 800 laptops that will be made available for checkout for the fall semesters. If you find yourself in need of a laptop, please go to the csusb.edu/laptop-checkout website. So you can submit a request. We will, be reaching out to you over the summer months when they are ready to be deployed. We'll likely do a drive-through pickup to avoid contact and to promote social distancing. Also, we understand that you may have questions in the middle of the night. So there are many chat bots that are available to answer some frequently asked questions, including financial aid, with the Career Center or parking services. On each of their websites, you will see a little chat bot bubble that says, hello, can I help you with anything? Feel free to utilize these to get your burning questions answered. If there's a question that the chatbot is not able to answer, it will be responded within the next day when we have staff on campus. As far as internet access, we know how important it is to stay connected and stay engaged during a virtual learning environment. On the CSUSB COVID-19 website, there is a link where we will list out all the internet access resources available to you. On the San Bernardino and Palm Desert campus, we have parking lots and parking areas that have full wireless coverage. So if you find yourself in need to just drop in and stop by for an hour or two in your car, that's available to you. We also have a limited supply of mobile hotspots for students who is in need, who does not have internet access at home. So if you go to the Technology Support Center website, there is a mobile hotspot request form that you can submit your request, and we will be reaching out to you a little bit later in the summer when we are ready to get those deployed to you. Many of you are new students, so fear not. Our Technology Support Center is available 24/7. They're available by phone at 909-537-7677 or email or the website. You can also connect with us via social media at CSUSB Support. If you find yourself just needing to drop in and ask a simple question, we also have virtual technology support hours on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. The hours are Mondays at 10, Tuesday at noon, and Thursday at 3 o'clock, where you can just drop in on a Zoom session and ask the question. Feel free to stop by and our technologists will be able to address your needs. Coming soon later this week, there will be a new Blackboard course to support students in their virtual learning environment. This is a course that's designed by 10 of our graduate students and a communication studies faculty in partnership with Channel Island on teaching how students can create a nice workspace at home, how to build community and connections in a virtual environment, and strategies on how to create good study habits and self-discipline. This will be very important, and it will be launched early next week on July 6th, and you will be able to learn some of these skills that would help you succeed in that environment. Lastly, but not least, we know how important it is for you to feel connected to the Coyote family. So we've launched a new initiative. This is brand new to this year, where you can upload your own Coyote one-card photo with a validation of your governmental ID, and you will receive your Coyote one-card in the mail in 4 to 6 weeks. So please make sure you submit those, verify your mailing address in My Coyote. We understand how important it is for you to feel that you're a Coyote official. So when you receive your one card in the mail, feel free to tweet it with the hashtag Coyote official so that we know you received this, so that we know you're part of this amazing family.
Wonderful. Thanks so much for that, Gerard. Coyotes, hopefully you're beginning to see that CSUSB is committed to your success and taking many steps to ensure your smooth transition into the university, regardless of our current circumstances. We have many services and programs to help you get connected with important resources and meet any needs you may have during your time at CSUSB. In the Division of Student Affairs, we're committed to your engagement, development, and success at CSUSB. Our division consists of 19 units that provide programs and services in a range of areas, including student engagement, leadership and career development, health and wellness, basic needs, intercollegiate athletics, pre-college preparation, and a number of departments that provide special programs and services to our diverse student populations, including first-generation college students, current and former foster youth, students with disabilities, veteran, active duty, and military-affiliated students, and undocumented students. All of these departments look forward to working with you and offering you opportunities for learning, development, and engagement as they operate virtually this fall. You're strongly encouraged to follow the Division of Student Affairs on Instagram at CSUSB Student Affairs, to get connected with all of our departments and to make sure you don't miss out on important opportunities that are going to be available to you this fall. On that note, we have a few important programs and initiatives coming up this fall that you'll want to make sure to check out. The first is our Virtual Student Affairs Roadshow, where you'll find a series of videos highlighting all of the departments within the Division of Student Affairs and some of our signature events taking place this fall. So make sure to keep an eye out for that on Instagram. On Friday, August 21st at 10 a.m. via Zoom, the Associated Students Incorporated, our ASI, and First Year Experience Program will be hosting our 6th annual New Student Convocation. Convocation commemorates the beginning of your college experience. You'll hear from the university president and student leaders who will provide words of wisdom as you prepare to enter your first semester of college. You're also encouraged to participate in CSUSB's annual Weeks of Welcome from August 24th through September 4th. Students will have the opportunity to participate in various programs and events that will not only familiarize you with the campus, but introduce you to many of your peers. Several campus departments and offices collaborate to provide intentional and engaging programs for all Coyotes to attend. Students are bound to find an event that sparks their interest during this annual culmination of events. Before I go, I also want to remind you to follow me on Instagram at CSUSBVPSA, where you'll find more information about my Tea with the VP events, Instagram live sessions, and my weekly videos with announcements about important campus programs and events that you won't want to miss. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Daria Graham, our AVP for Student Affairs and Dean of Students. Dr. Graham is one of our newest leaders to the Coyote family, having been appointed as AVP and Dean of Students just last month. In fact, like all of you, we're officially welcoming Dr. Graham to CSUSB because today is her first official day on the job. Dr. Graham comes to us from the University of Dayton, where she most recently served as the Associate Dean of Students and Executive Director of Multi-Ethnic Education and Engagement. Prior to that, she served in a number of leadership positions at the University of Dayton, including Associate Dean of Students and Executive Director of the Office of Multicultural Affairs, as well as Director of the Office of Student Leadership Programs. As Associate Vice President and Dean of Students, Dr. Graham serves as second in charge of the Division of Student Affairs and has direct administrative responsibility for the Office of Student Conduct and Ethical Development, the Santos Manuel Student Union, the Student Recreation and Wellness Center, the Department of Housing and Residential Education, the Office of Student Engagement, the CARE Team, Cross Cultural Center, and our Associated Students Incorporated. She received a bachelor's degree in business management, a master's degree in college student personnel, and a doctorate degree in educational leadership, all from the University of Dayton. It's now my pleasure to welcome Dr. Daria Graham.
Thank you, Dr. Oliveras. I appreciate the introduction and the opportunity to welcome my entering class. I'm excited that this is the class, this is my class, and so glad that you are joining the CSUSB family. You've heard a lot of resources this afternoon that have been specifically put in place in order to help you with your journey at CSUSB. And so we're hoping that you remember to take advantage of those resources, particularly as they have been put in place so that you know that you belong at CSUSB. That the sense of belonging is integral to your success. And so from IT resources to events that are planned on campus to our academic support that we just heard about has all been put in place for your success. We also want to make sure that you know that being involved really does help with graduation. So we want to encourage you as you are getting acclimated to becoming, to being part of the CSUSB family, be looking out for opportunities to connect, to take advantage of the programming that we'll be offering virtually, or even the resources that have been given, that are being offered. It's important to do that because it directly connects to graduation, and that's what's important. And that's what our focus and our goal is that you are starting this journey, but that we will be with you every step of the journey until we get to graduation. What I want to leave with you is a reminder that if we were in person, I would have you look around to the folks in the room and remember that you are not alone. And it can seem a little bit like that, particularly because now we are virtual, but know that there are other students who are onboarding and having the same experience that you are, but there are also faculty and staff who are here with you. Never forget that this is not a journey for you alone. We are together. You heard Dr. Oliveras give you her social media presence. I have an account. It's csusb.avp.dos. I know that our president and our administrators are all present there for you. So never feel like you're alone in this process, because it can be lonely because of virtually, but we're here for you. And with that, I want to introduce a student who is a great example of being connected, staying connected, and being successful. I have the opportunity to introduce to you Graciela Moran. She is the ASI President and CEO. ASI stands for Associated Students Incorporated. She has been at CSUSB since 2016, and since that time, she has been involved in a lot of things, so I would hope that you would pick her brain if you get the chance to and ask her about some of her experiences. She's been an RA, she was an ASI student advocate, she also worked with the Women's Resource Center, and she was a special projects coordinator. I'm excited to hear from her. I'm excited to get to know her and to get to know each of you. So please reach out, and I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Graciela?
Thank you, Dr. Graham, for that wonderful introduction. So hello, everyone. I hope you're all safe in a good place, and you're feeling comfortable wherever you are, and you're doing the best you can mentally and physically. I would first like to thank the administration, the faculty, and the staff for arranging this event. I think it's a very important event that we do have for incoming students and current students with questions. So my purpose for you all today is to kind of inspire students, and so you inspire you, and hopefully feel better with the upcoming year. So as discussed, the panel will answer questions or any sort of questions that you do have for the upcoming year. So my name is Graciela Moran. I'm a student just like you. I'm a 5th-year global studies major. I'm minoring in political science, which is under the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences. Shout out to them. And I have the privilege of being elected as your ASI president, which is basically your student body president. So I'm sure a lot of new students are wondering what ASI is. So we are the voice of the students. We advocate for you, and we provide you with the best college experience that we can give you. So I advocate on behalf of all of you at a local, state, and federal level, making sure that your voice is at every table on the decision-making process. So beside me, I actually do have an executive team. And so we have the Executive Vice President, Marina Stone, who is a 5th year and is majoring in psychology and pursuing grad school for student affairs, and the Executive Vice President of Finance, Paola Galvez, who is a 2nd year majoring in general mathematics and a minor in philosophical logic and aspiring to be a professor. So why am I naming them? They're part of my executive team, and we are going to be the voice really for you working alongside ASI. They're inspiring women that you will virtually meet, and hopefully you'll meet them personally. So although we are online, it's not ideal. I hope you leave this virtual event feeling inspired and wanting to do more and sharing your story throughout this tough time. So a little background of who I am. So I'm a daughter of immigrants. My mother and father know a minimal amount of English to get through daily activities. When I thought of kind of going to college straight out of high school, that for me wasn't really attainable. I am from a lower class level family, and many of my family members started college but never really finished college. So I worked full time in high school, helping my family out without worrying a cost about me. My typical shifts after school were 4 to 11, which would mean I would get home roughly at midnight, and I'd wake up and get to high school. So there was no time for schoolwork, no really time. So I'd do it in between lunch. So I thought my life was going to be in the working class because I had a 2.5 GPA in high school. And then I figured out college existed in my junior year of high school. And so I did better academically, ending with the 3.0, applying to multiple universities. And then I stumbled here at Cal State San Bernardino. I live in Fontana, so I was near home, and I was in a sense sad because all my friends they're going to huge universities farther away from the Inland Empire. Everyone's having the college experience, but I was very wrong about that. CSUSB has changed my life. I can list every single thing that I've done, from Model United Nations to working research with the Geography and Environmental Studies program. But it's important for you all to know that I'm not your ideal student. I have a 3.0 GPA. So in a year ago, it was a 2.7. So I was barely able to participate in extracurriculars, but at one point I was at a 2.3. You see, I got help financially through FAFSA, but I worked at 1.3 jobs during my 4th year of college. So that's a reality that most college students go through. And then in the fall of 2019, I was diagnosed with cancer. So I was in the social work program and was thriving financially, academically, and socially, and everything changed. I failed my entire quarter, and in the end, I left the social work program. So college is a journey, and it is what you make it. I'm so proud of all of you that you are here and you're bettering your future. Every time you enroll for classes, you are investing in yourself. If you apply for housing and live here, you're investing in yourself. When you take a loan, think of the bigger picture. You're investing in you. Although it's a gamble, I know that anyone can go to school, but not just anyone can attain a degree and continue the journey of higher education. Your journey is not a straight path. You will have potholes, stop signs, closed streets, and traffic, but you will get to your destination. You see, when I was writing this, I thought, what would I tell my 18-year-old self? Firstly, I'd probably cry to myself and look at the journey, but I would tell me it's okay to fail and it's okay to not know anything or anywhere. However, this is not 4 years ago, and our nation is in a different state. COVID-19 has taken thousands of people's lives and has made it dangerous for us to come back to our new normal on campus. We are facing a racial pandemic, and the Black community has been systematically and institutionally oppressed for decades. The murders of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and countless others that were committed by police brutality. You are not only facing a hard to look at, but college students are on the front lines of advocating and fighting for civil rights of the Black community. There are many marginalized communities that are hurting right now. but think of the impact you are pursuing, that you are making pursuing higher education to that change. I chose my career choice because I want to change our nation, but I owe everything to my mentors and professors that took 30 minutes to listen to my story. You have a story. Every student here at CSUSB has a story. I'm here to mentor you and help you in any way possible, so please feel free to email me. And you are more than welcome to share your story with me, as I'm sure every single person here that's in this panel. So we can help solutions, whether it's academically or socially. I look forward to serving you, and thank you again for listening, and congratulations on bettering your future and choosing CSUSB. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Graciela. Thank you for your words, and hopefully our students are inspired. This is exactly the kind of student that CSUSB can create. And this is, I think a lot of the things that Graciela shared with you are, again, aspects of the student experience, right? And I think as she mentioned that despite the challenges that students, may experience along the way, you have an entire support system here, whether it's your peers, whether it's your professors, whether it's your staff, all of us that are here today, and we're here to support that success. So thank you again for your words, and thank you to all of our panelists for joining us today to share your words of welcome and valuable information to help ease the transition of all of our new students into CSUSB. Well, many of you have been getting your questions answered throughout today's program. So thank you for all those great questions that have been coming in, and thanks to all of our representatives for responding. The rest of the program is intended for you to ask any other questions that you might have, either for our speakers or any questions that maybe haven't been answered yet. So we do want you to continue to put questions into the Q&A box, and we are certainly here to continue to answer those questions. So please feel free to continue sending those in. And Rachel, I think I'll hand off to you. I know you're going to share a few questions with us.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been getting quite a few questions, and thank you all again for asking those questions so we can get the answers out to you. One of the questions that have been coming in most frequently is about registration for the fall term, how you go about it, how you meet with an academic advisor. And so if I could ask Dr. Leslie Davidson Boyd and Brian Willis to maybe jump in and answer part of that question about course registration for the fall term.
Oops. So I can speak to for our incoming freshman class this year, we actually did do a block enrollment. So all of you are coming in with anywhere between 9 and 12 units that you've already been registered for. So these are general education requirements that everybody needs. They fall in line with your program plan for your declared majors. You will at orientation be shown how to access what classes you're registered for. And if you need to change your schedule, we can make adjustments at that time as well. Also, you'll meet the academic advising team that will be your first year advising team, and they can continue to work with you on things like changing your major. Also, if you're an undeclared major, they'll work through that process and everything else as well.
I just want to add, as we go through orientation, hopefully all of you first year students have already registered for your orientation session. We have until July 15th to make sure you get into a session. And as Dr. Davison Boyd has said, that you will have advising, and they will help you guide you through the process of making sure that you have all the classes that you want. If you are a transfer student and you have not already selected your classes, you can reach out again to our academic advisors if you've already attended orientation. If you have not attended orientation at this time, you can contact the orientation office at 909-537-5233, and we can make arrangements to meet your orientation requirement. So there's still time to get classes for the fall. We welcome you, and we can't wait to see you.
Thank you both. We've also been getting quite a lot of questions about the format for the fall term. We're going to be virtual for the fall term, but I think folks just have questions about what does that mean, and when and if the campus will be open at all for students to join us physically in our spaces. Anybody want to jump in on that?
Well, I can maybe start, and then Provost McMahon, I don't know if you want to mention just a little bit about some of the academic pieces. So I think the main thing to remember is that the campus is open. However, the majority of our units are operating virtually. So you may come to campus and you will most likely not find our offices open on campus. However, we are all open virtually. So if you don't find us there, please do look for us online, because that is where you're going to find your advisors. That's where you're going to find your career center counselors. That's where you're going to find ways to get engaged. There's lots of different places where our folks are providing programming and services. And again, it's all going to be virtual. So I think our university website is a great resource that you can look to. I think the majority of websites have information about where to go online to find information, who to contact. Obviously, you can reach out by telephone to contact a number of our offices, but know that the university is by no means closed. We are definitely open. All of our areas are up and running. However, the majority of them will be virtual. I think in terms of those areas that actually will provide direct service to students or support to students, the majority of us will be off campus. Let me hand it off to the provost to just talk a little bit about some of the academic pieces that may be held on campus.
Sure, thank you. So again, most of the classes will be held virtually in the fall term. There will be some exceptions, as I mentioned, for studio, art, some of the laboratory, nursing related classes, etc. That will be what we call a hybrid designation. That means that you don't have to come to campus every day the class is offered. It'll be partially done remotely and then partially done in person. It's about your safety and making sure that we could provide social distancing in any labs and make sure that all of our facilities are kept very clean. We have the opportunity to disinfect, etc., for your safety. So those classes will be designated as hybrid on your schedule, those that have some requirements to come to campus, but otherwise the rest will be remote instruction.
Thank you.
We had a related question about accessing the Wi-Fi from the parking lots and whether or not folks would need a parking pass to be able to do that. Gerard or VP Freer, is there a possibility one of you could answer that, please?
Sure, I'll take a shot at it. Hi, everybody. I'm Doug Freer. I'm Vice President and Chief Financial Officer for the campus, and welcome to CSUSB. No, we've put an announcement to the campus community that parking permits are not required on the campus through December, as long as it's daytime hours. The only time that we'll be enforcing parking is in the overnight hours between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. 7 days a week. So if you're coming onto the campus to utilize the Wi-Fi or any other appointment that you may have on campus, no parking permit is required.
Thanks, VP Freer. Much appreciated. We had a question about campus services. So one was specifically about our Rec and Wellness Center. Are students going to be able to access Rec and Wellness services while the campus is in this virtual mode?
That's a great question. So as I mentioned earlier, the facility is not physically open. However, you can actually find a lot of resources and programming through our Recreation and Wellness Center online. So you'd be surprised at how innovative the team has been with ensuring that we are still providing services to our students. So they've done, I mean, again, we are not new at this. We've been at this now since March. So, you know, we've had this whole quarter to really figure out the best ways to reach our students and to continue to provide services. So they're another area I would definitely encourage you to follow on social media. They actually do programming right on Instagram in many ways, and of course have a lot of different Zoom programming that they do as well. That is definitely one way that I would definitely recommend getting connected with them. If you're wondering where to find them, you can start off by going to our Student Affairs website, and there you actually will find the Instagram and other social media handles for all of the units within Student Affairs, which Rec and Wellness is one of those. So I would definitely encourage you to look there. You can look at their website. You can join their U at CSUSB platform, which is another excellent resource that our Recreation and Wellness Center and our Be Well Yotes program just started this spring. So there's lots of wellness components and recreation components that are very much available to our students this quarter. So I just encourage you to look online for those.
Thanks so much. In looking at the questions, there's quite a few about services and offices and hours. I just wanted to make sure folks are aware, as everyone keeps saying, we are here for you. That's our goal, and we really want to make this as seamless as possible. Well, we're sad we won't be able to see you in person this term. Know that all of our offices are taking appointments online, are ready for phone calls, and ready to answer your emails. So do continue to reach out as you have questions for any of our offices. I'm sorry, there was a question about something in the, your Coyote One cards. There's been lots of questions about how students access their Coyote One card, and that, as we know, is a really big important part of becoming a part of the pack, is having your ID card to prove it. If I could have someone answer about how that process is working, since we're doing it virtually this year.
Yeah, I can take a stab at that. So once you have completed an orientation and have registered for a class, that would trigger our system to send you an invitation for you to upload your photo. You have one shot. So you have to upload your photo with a clear background. So don't, have folks behind you. So try to, use a blank wall, preferably a light color background that would show your face better. So upload that photo, as well as verify your identification through that same process. We've had some students that uploaded 2 of the same photo, but keep in mind, one of them is a photo of you. One of them is a photo, one of the photo that you'll upload is a photo of your ID. Once that has been uploaded, the team, we have artificial intelligence that would approve certain photos. Some will require manual approval. So once it's approved, you will receive a confirmation that your photo is approved. If it's denied, you will get a confirmation that it's denied and request you to re-upload. Once that is done, we will be processing those in phases and mail it out to your mailing address on file. So it is very important for you to go to My Coyote, go under your personal preferences, I believe, personal information to verify your mailing address is correct, so that will be mailed out to you.
Great. Thanks so much, Gerard. We had a question about our campus food pantry and whether or not the den was going to be open this summer and actually through the fall term.
Awesome. Natalie, I think you're on here.
I am.
Great. Go for it.
Yeah, so our basic needs department is still open. We will continue to serve students, and we're actually one of the departments who has been considered an essential service, meaning that we will be delivering services live on campus. So we have food pantries at both of our locations at the San Bernardino and Palm Desert campus, where students can come in to either of those sites without an appointment during our office hours. So currently for summer, we are open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on both Tuesdays and Thursdays. The only thing you need is your student ID number, and our staff will give you a pre-packaged bag, which has food, both perishable and non-perishable, so shelf-stable things and dry foods, as well as fresh fruits, vegetables, and dairy products. And then also it has hygiene items in them. And students are welcome to stop by once a week to pick up any of those. And if you have dietary needs or other things that maybe we need to make some special accommodations for, you just email us at basicneeds@csusb.edu and we can help work through those situations.
Great, thanks so much. I think we have time for probably one more question before we wrap up today. And there are so many good ones, but I think probably one of the most important is what's next? How do I make sure I'm ready to start on August 24th when the term begins?
Well, I mean, I guess I'll say a few things, and I'm sure there's probably a lot of us here that can jump in on that one. But I think, and maybe I'm speaking for you a little bit here, Rachel, but make sure you go to your orientation. I think that's a key one because that's where you're going to get the courses and get some of your key advising pieces covered and some key pieces of information. I would say check your email. That's going to be a message that we will continue to deliver to you from now until you graduate because that is where a lot of the information comes in. As we've already mentioned, you definitely want to, I know everyone's on social media these days, so please don't hesitate to follow all of our areas. I think every group that has spoken here today has social media accounts. Most of us are on Instagram, and many are on Twitter and Facebook and other places as well. But we definitely want to encourage you to look for information there. So if that's a place that you're more apt to look for information, please feel free to look there, because most of the information that is pushed out over social media is also emailed and vice versa. So you'll definitely be able to do that. But I think, making sure that you are looking at those emails, responding. I know I've seen a lot of questions coming in about financial aid and when am I going to hear about this and that. And sometimes they're waiting to hear from you about something. So it's important that you're staying on track with all of those pieces, so that you're not waiting around going, how come I haven't heard anything? And they're saying, well, it's because we are missing a document or we're missing a piece of information from you. So this time is really critical, I think, as you go through the summer, to really stay on top of things, because this is going to be a critical time to make sure that you stay on track, right? I know I've seen a lot of questions they want from students about classes and all that good stuff. Again, you'll get a lot of that information at orientation. You'll get connected with your advisors who can continue to provide you with that support and answer those questions as you get ready for fall. So I don't know if others want to jump in and add anything to that about how students can be best prepared for fall.
I'll just echo the check your email piece of this. At this point in time, as you're registered for classes, all of your official communications from the institution will be going to your Coyote email. So you want to get on your My Coyote. You may want to even download the My Coyote app to your phone, so you can access your email and any other notifications that we have for you in real time. That Coyote email will become the email by which we expect you to communicate with official business of the campus, with your faculty, and really is your link to everything. When you get into My Coyote, it's one of the first tabs you'll see. It actually says student email on it, but it's got a big white and red envelope on it, and you'll just click right there and it'll take you to that email address.
Thank you. If no one else is going to add anything else to that, then I think we will go ahead and wrap up for today. So thank you again so much to all of you who joined us today, all of our new students. We are so excited to welcome you to the Coyote family. Also, of course, want to thank all of our speakers, all of our many representatives from different departments on campus for being here to respond to all of the many questions from our new students. And to all of our students, we look forward to continuing to serve you. So please feel free to reach out should you have any further questions this summer. And we look forward to seeing you this fall. So please stay safe and healthy, and you'll get used to this. Go Yotes! Take care, everyone. Thank you.